that is the sound an annoying cunt makes to grab your attention, to bring you to the Sky Lounge podcast, episode number 326. Tirades, troll jobs, and titillating tilted thoughts. Untitled rant. So for those of you who are unfamiliar with the concept of the Untitled Rant on the Sky Lounge podcast, it's just basically me smoking a blunt without really a script or a bare bones script and talking shit, as is what this podcast basically is in essence. And listen, the reality of all of this shit that I push out, I always leave it to you to either listen or don't listen. I don't fucking push this shit. Because I'm all about freedom, baby. I'm all about giving the people choices. Like, hey, man, if you want to listen to my shit, cool. You can do that. You can follow me on all the fucking social media garbage, which I don't really post on anymore. Why is that? Are you disheartened with everything that's going on? Something like that. And it also has more along to do with the fact that all the shit that I want to post is either too offensive or will be fucking censored by the goddamn thought and common sense police known as general administrators in social media. And so it's kind of pointless to put out well thought out shit. Now, I'm not fucking smelling my own farts here and saying it's flowers and telling you that, oh, my shit is so well written. It's the greatest fucking thing of all time. No, I'm working on a fucking bare bones script on this episode. But what I am saying is, when I push my shit out, whether it be the multiple takes or the pauses and the stutters, I put my fucking thought and my heart into the shit I do, right? Now, it might not always show, and that's totally fair. But I will 100% be honest with the shit I push out, or shit I don't push out. In this case, which I'm not pushing out for a good month of content just being kind of barren. And the YouTube analytics tells me that shit all the time. Your viewership's kind of down. Yeah, because I'm not making shit right now. Plus, sports ball, I haven't really been catching up with it too much. Been kind of preoccupied. Timing-wise, it's kind of awkward at the moment. But I figured today, April 27th, was an interesting day to push a podcast out. Now, I wanted to do one last week and hope that at this month in April, that we would have at least 3 or 4 podcast episodes out. But it looks like, based on the way we're doing things right now, it might be maybe 1 or 2. If we're lucky, we might push 2. But, again, this isn't information to fucking have you sympathize or empathize with me. It's just facts. Just shit I'm going through. And, again, if you want to fucking listen in, you're more than welcome to. But if you don't fucking like it, you can fucking leave. Because I'm telling you right now, as somebody who was just constantly into memes and looking shit up and trying to be aware of, I suppose, society's thought process on a fleeting moment, to now I just regularly talk like a shit poster. In real life, IRL, motherfuckers. Yeah, there's really not a whole, I suppose, point to getting in my fucking feelings when people dislike shit and don't want to fucking participate. It's up to you, man. That shit's up to you. You want to call me a fucking loudmouth piece of shit that smokes a lot of weed and knows nothing of real human fucking interactions, and I just invest my fucking time into sports, and I'm a dipshit for that. That's your opinion, and I'm totally fine with you having that opinion. It's weird, right? Like, people can have different fucking opinions. Freedom of fucking speech, right? Which seems to be a dying fucking thing at this moment. And again, it's one of the main fucking reasons why I don't want to push shit out anymore. I don't want to fucking create content that I know will be cut. And maybe that's fear. Sure. It's also fatigue. Like, fuck. If I push this shit out to like an Instagram or a Twitter or a Facebook, the goddamn fucking cyberbots will get you. Oh, this is going against government regulations and all the things that the CDC said. Yes, I'm talking about the fucking COVID shit. COVID, globalist, pet project, plandemic, whatever the fuck you want to call that shit. It's such a fucking bogus piece of fucking detail in the world today. But you dumb motherfuckers have really blown this shit up to an insane level where almost everybody on this planet is made to be like sheeps. It's fucking sad. And I don't agree with masks. I don't. And I know you fucking medical nerds are gonna be like, hey, it's gonna save lives. Shut the fuck up. You're in your own goddamn data. You are so ass deep in your statistics that has been made up by the hospitals, by the way, who creates parameters to over-exaggerate the projection of deaths, which you fucking slaves in the fucking medical field keep pushing out. And this is how we get to medical police state, motherfuckers. Vaccine passports, get the fuck out of here. You really want to travel that fucking bad that you want to put your trust in a goddamn government? Oh my God. What?
But son, aren't you the same guy that said Trump was gonna fix everything and all that shit?
Yeah, I certainly did say that. I'm not gonna fucking sit here and deny that shit. But I learned. I failed and I learned. And I need you motherfuckers to do the same. Let me emphasize this point for all you bitches listening in today. No politician is worth trusting. None of them. And let me extend that list a little further. No politician, no celebrity, no fucking athlete needs to be looked up to. Nothing is sacred. Everything is permitted. For those of you who have played Assassin's Creed will know that line. Nothing is sacred. Everything is permitted. Now, so shallow, dumb motherfuckers will think, it could break the rules. It could be crimes. No, you dipshit. Nothing is sacred. Everything is permitted. Let me think about this concept, right? Everything that you hold dear, and that's an emotional thing, right? Emotions that can sway a person's action with irrational ideas and thoughts. Emotions sway that, not thoughts. But you sit there, and when you kind of think about why is something so sacred, and you start questioning and rationalizing it out, you realize it's not really that sacred. Nothing really is. It's just the overabundance of emotion that's put on something that makes it sacred, that makes it hard to criticize, that makes it so that if there is an ounce of criticism, you will be met back with very resisting and I suppose violent force, right? So, BLM. I've shit on this fucking organization. I shit on this goddamn corporation for a good year now. And I know you dumb motherfuckers are gonna say, but Black Lives Matter is not a corporation. Dipshit. Dipshit. How is it that the heads of the goddamn BLM bought all these $1 million houses and everyone's making it off like it's okay because everyone just trusts the news and we're just made off to look like, it's okay. Everything's okay. Because you fucking dipshits put this idea of BLM in a sacred podium and you don't question any of it. You don't question or ask, like, what the fuck is going on? Why is this shit happening? Isn't there something that needs to be done to rectify this mess? How is this level of bribery and corruption even fucking possible? Then you really start tugging at the roots of the question, right? Like, nothing is sacred shit. Then you, like, keep going, pulling at the strings. And that's where the phrase, everything is permitted, starts coming in. Nothing is sacred because you start questioning things that are supposedly sacred, that are supposedly put on this emotional podium and altar. Then when you start asking these questions, theories and hypotheses start coming out in your head. That's where everything is permitted. Where your thought process will lead you to insane answers that you would have never supposed existed. But the thing is, within the lines of questioning BLM, start asking, like, what kind of sick fucking twisted game is this? Why is this happening? Then you see the fingerprints of the government there, right? Because Act Blue, we talked about this shit for a long time. BLM is linked to Act Blue in terms of fundraising. And when you see all the recipients, the highest money value recipients in Act Blue, you see all these politicians. I'm not even going to fucking call them Democratic or Republican politicians anymore, kids. Okay? Grow up. Grow the fuck up, kids. All right? It's not Republicans and Democrats. It's just fucking political pedo fags and motherfucking celebrities who are raping children. But you are fucking deifying these motherfuckers. You are sucking these motherfuckers off and never questioning shit because everything is sacred. Everything in America is sacred. You can't question anything, right? No. Nothing is sacred. Everything is permitted. When everything is permitted, you start really diving into the meat of this shit, right? When everything is permitted, your brain is just a fucking factory of churning out ideas and thoughts and potential fucking theories. And really, when we talk about BLM, I mean, the real question that you have to ask after you see BLM causing mayhem, causing stupidity, then you ask, what the fuck is this, Act Blue? What is this, a government-funded thing? Then you ask, why is the government so fucking horrible? Why is the government so fucking useless? Well, any system of control is meant to ensnare a man's soul and destroy it. Whether it be religion, whether it be politics, there are forms of control that will inevitably destroy a man's soul if they choose not to break the chains. Now really think about that. Because everyone's a slave in this country. Whether you like that shit or not, you're all a slave. You're a slave to trends, you're a slave to social media, you're a slave to celebrities, you're a slave to politics, you're a slave to almost any and everything. Freedom really comes in, true freedom really comes in the form of no government. And really, that idea of control has to be within a microscopic level of human interactions, not on this grand scale of trying to control people like livestock, which the United States have done excellently. In a very, malevolent way, yes. They've done an excellent fucking job, this country, of enslaving the masses and making sure said masses just constantly live in this form of slavery and never leave. Through consumerism, through diet, through paying attention to useless politics and getting emotionally invested. Again, you put these things on sacred altars, then you don't question them. And you become a fucking cultist slave. And this is where, for me, I mean, at this point, which I still call it a theory, right? I mean, everything's a theory until it's fucking proven, and it keeps going because that's the scientific method, motherfuckers! You make a hypothesis, you run experiments, you do data, you do all this shit, and then you come up with a theory. And it keeps growing. You have to keep fucking growing. You have to keep constantly evolving because that's just human life. That's not just a scientific method. That's just daily life. You have to keep going. And when I really posed this idea onto myself, why is the government so useless? Well, because it is just Useless because you have a bunch of elitist globalist assholes who want nothing but to control the quote unquote peasants because for them it's just fun. It's boring to live in the normal pleasures of human life. Walking, eating, sleeping, fucking. And they want to take it to extremes of human slavery, experimentation. What do you call this vaccine shit? Like, you fucking morons will tell me, oh, the vaccine's about curing people. No, the vaccine's about experimenting on human beings and controlling the populace. Man, I can't wait to see it. Well, like with certain people who took vaccines, males who are younger, and maybe, just maybe, what if one fucking strain of the goddamn vaccine that they fucking figured out, or they pushed on you within the year of all these fucking companies like Johnson & Johnson, Pfizer, and Moderna, I really wonder if motherfuckers are like just losing sperm counts or their dicks turn into fucking vaginas. You never know with these weird motherfuckers, man. You never know with these goddamn globalist elitist psychopaths. Because they're the same dumb motherfuckers that will tell you that, oh, you know what? A man can chop his dick off, then flip his fucking testes and his penis inside out to fake a vagina. Then, despite still being biologically a male, they can compete in women's sports. Do you understand how fucking insane that is? But no. If I say that, that's insensitive. And we have to embrace that shit. Get the fuck out of here. You're a fucking loser who couldn't compete with men, and now you're stepping down into another fucking side of the pond and saying, oh, maybe I could beat the other people because I'm bigger than them. Yeah, that's exactly what you're doing, you cheap ass motherfucker. And it's almost like, oh, well, the government doesn't push that. Bullshit. Celebrities push that shit. And where do you think fucking celebrities stem from? Goddamn government, man. You think the CIA is just run by fucking actual goddamn government people? No, man. They're all interconnected. They all fuck the same goddamn victims. They all fuck with the same fucking people. You, me, and everybody in this fucking country. And you might just think you're listening to this shit and saying, this conspiracy theory guy, what the hell is going on? Just look at the goddamn Oscars, you fucking morons. You really think actual human beings talk about fucking points of global warming? Well, we got to do better. Black Lives Matter. It's horseshit. And the longer you keep pretending that it's actual issues and things that you need to be invested upon, celebrities, politics, the further you're going to just keep holding yourself down on those fucking chains of slavery. And for me, I want everybody to be free. Every human being should live free. No one should be a slave. And I know a lot of you dumb motherfuckers will say, well, but slavery ended in the 1800s after Civil War. You're so fucking retarded. It just hurts. That I must grind up another fucking set of a blunt. As you hear there, folks, because my God, I just fucking can't with people. I can't, man. And you know what? I know if you've made it this far, about 20 minutes into this podcast, you're probably asking yourself, but where's your data? Where's your proof? Where's your stuff? Like, you're just saying things and just not having any evidence. Do your own fucking research, asshole. And actually observe what is going on in the world. Listen to narratives without putting emotions behind it, you fucking twat. He's so angry. You know why I'm so fucking angry? It's because motherfuckers just blindly accept shit now and say, oh, this is the way it is. Hate that. I fucking hate that shit. You're a slave and you don't even know it. I feel kind of sorry for you motherfuckers. But at the same time, I don't. Because anybody can break their own chains. It's just your choice. It's your choice whether or not you want to live as a slave or not. Right? Do you want to live under the slavery of trends? Do you want to live under the slavery of just sexual innuendos that are just being churned out by media and that is being sanctioned by the government? Do you want to just keep fucking living in under the guise that your government is all right and it's filled with good people with good intentions? Oh God. If you think that, I got nothing for you, man. I got nothing. What I do got is some sports ball. Ooh-wee! Which, hey man, I know sports ball has a tendency to try to push the odd and disgusting politics in there. We all have to be upstanding moral citizens, right? Like, if we don't say something, we're gonna be assholes. Ugh. No. Like, that is such a dumbass thought process, but, you know, no other league does that better than the NBA with their moral ground standing. And you see their ratings just plummet. And, you know, there's a very divisive way to look at the NBA right now if you're an American citizen or if you live in America and you're a fan and you want to get to the nitty-gritty of why the NBA ratings are tanking, why LeBron James keeps talking dumb shit. But, you know, when you choose to just brush that shit aside and just focus on the basketball, you realize that, you know what? This is a pretty damn interesting season that we got so far. Because really think about this, man. Who the hell, maybe except Utah fans, who the hell would have thought the Utah Jazz would be the best team in the Western Conference? I mean, right now, boys and girls, as we are recording again on April 27th, 2021, the Utah Jazz in the Western Conference are leading the conference. They clinch a playoff spot, and they are 44-17. While my Los Angeles Lakers are 36-25. Yeah. Oh. You wonder why that is happening. Well, AD has been out. He is back, yes, but he has been out for quite some time, and so has LeBron James. Now, when your two superstar players are out, and you see this Lakers roster, all you see is probably a 10 seed team in the West. I mean, in all fairness to, you know, my guy Dennis Schroeder, Kyle Kuzma, Montrezl Harrell, fucking shit, Ben McLemore kind of does all right at times. Drummond's cool. Mark, you know, when healthy is all right. But listen, I mean, in all fairness, they are really an 11th or 10th seed team without AD and LeBron. But they've been holding their own, and I think 34-25 isn't bad, but I think the arrogance of Lakers fans trying to say, oh, repeat season, bro, it's dumb. I think that is just ludicrous to say some shit like that because, again, the NBA, with me only just talking about the Utah Jazz being a surprise in the West, I mean, there is so many loaded teams in just the West for the Lakers to compete against. I mean, listen, if we get matched up in the first round against the Nuggets, despite the fact that they don't have Jamal Murray, boy, oh boy, that's going to be tough. Nikola Jokic, in my mind, being an MVP candidate, probably most likely MVP winner, you are going to face a fucking challenge. And that team, they're kind of the little brothers that want to beat up older brother. And I totally understand that. I mean, a heartbreak loss in the Western Conference Final, but the Nuggets have gotten better. I mean, Michael Porter Jr. looking like a damn all-star at this point. Aaron Gordon, I mean, doing all right, right? I suppose. I haven't really checked out Nuggets games, but lots of interesting stuff here in the West, man. The Phoenix Suns, I mean, the Clippers actually being the third seed. Yeah, kudos to them. I mean, they're kind of clicking and firing on all cylinders right now. The Mavs at the sixth seed, which, I mean, you never know with Luka, man. You never know with Luka. And oh my God, if we get the Clippers and Mavericks again in the first round, oh my God, I think Luka's actually going to take that shit. And yeah, Mark Cuban, if you ruin Luka's career, I will never fucking forgive you. If you ruin Luka's career, kind of the way you just didn't really supplement Dirk, yeah, I will be livid. I will fucking hate. I already don't really care for Mark Cuban, but oh my God. you'd be an absolute dipshit if you fucking ruined Luka's career. But yeah, West is interesting. The East, even more so interesting. I mean, the very fact that I believe LaMelo's back with the Charlotte Hornets could, I believe, fuck up the entire outlook of the playoffs. I mean, this guy, in my mind, boys and girls, in my opinion, I think he is Magic Johnson-esque in terms of his point guard skills. And that kind of weapon in the playoffs against the Brooklyn Nets, who's injured to all hell despite the wins, despite the, seemingly glowing fucking roster list. Yeah, I think you can have a potential upset. I mean, you do have a lot of interesting matchups. Of course, you have the whole play-in thing to consider, but I think just the basketball aspect of the NBA should be fairly interesting when postseason comes around. But again, it is offset by a lot of the social justice nonsense and social barf crap. I don't even want to put actual words to that shit because it's just absolute nonsense. And the crap the NBA fucking flings around and calls, content. It's actually shit. But hey, that's just one man's opinion about one aspect of sports ball that he loves and watches. But hey, man, there are other balls around your faces. And one ball is kind of shaped like a fucked up heart. Well, like half a heart. And that's foosball. Foosball is for the devil. Well, shit, bitch. I am fucking churning and bubbling in goddamn lava then because I must be the fucking devil. I love me some foosball, a.k.a. football, a.k.a. NFL, a.k.a. for you snobs out there, American football, because the real football is in Europe. I kind of agree, but at the same time, terms are terms. Words are words. Yes. So the NFL, boys and girls, we are going to have 17 games in the 2021 season. That's right! No more 8-8 jokes for the Cowboys. I know the dig was too easy for the Cowboys. I know I could have done better. Maybe the Giants, 8-8. Kind of a depressing 8-8 for the Giants almost always. But yeah, you're going to have 17 games. That is set to kick off for the 2021 season on September 9th, 2021, Thursday Night Football, with the regular season ending on January 9th, 2022. And the Pro Bowl will be in Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas, Nevada, where I do live, boys and girls. But I will tell you this. I probably don't want to go to the Pro Bowl, and I don't want to see any fucking Seattle Seahawks player in the Pro Bowl. Why? Because that would mean they didn't make it to the goddamn Super Bowl. I don't want that. I want to see my motherfuckers in the fucking Super Bowl. Now, the whole situation was a situation with Aldon Smith. I think it was a battery case that he had in New Orleans, and I think he fucking did he turn himself in or something? And of course, the NFL is gonna fucking spin the wheel of discipline and figure out some bullshit like, oh, Aldon Smith is a bad man now that he's in the Seahawks and he's gonna get like a 5-game suspension just like Jared Reed. And it's gonna be depressing as hell. But when we have a full fucking defense ready and good to go, I think this rendition of the Seattle Seahawks defense in 2021 is going to be some frightening shit. I don't know about that offense, though. I really have no idea about that offense, though. Because, listen, Dwayne Brown, Damian Lewis, two guys who I've kind of praised a lot. And yeah, maybe the tapes say I'm wrong. But emotionally and kind of within the context of just all-around shitty O-lines play last year, they were kind of the bright spots. I don't know how much Gabe Jackson, Ethan Pacic, and I don't fucking know who else we're going to fucking throw out there. Maybe something happens. I don't know, man. I'm not really all that optimistic about the Seattle Seahawks offense. We got DK. Tyler's back, which I'm super excited about. Tyler Lockett does not get enough praise. He is one of the more underrated receivers in the league. Some may say overrated just because he's on the Seahawks, but at the same time, nobody really looks at Tyler with awe and surprise anymore because we got DK. But I would say Tyler is more reliable than DK at times. Is that a hot take? No, because DK drops the ball a lot. I love you, DK. I got your jersey, my man, but hold the motherfucking ball, please. And there are plenty of other things with the offense that I can question. The running game, the tight end situation, which, Everett might help out a lot, but will Disley ever be in that first year two or year one or year two form? Will Hollister actually, I don't know, be effective? And you wonder a lot of things with the Seattle Seahawks offense. I mean, I wonder a lot of things with the Seattle Seahawks offense, and good Lord, special teams. Can we do better? Can we do better, guys? Yeah. What specifically? I don't know. General awareness of where runners are going. Trying to set up decent stops for punt returns. Not flubbing fucking punts. I don't know. Things like that. And yeah, I know that happens with every team. And I'm just griping to gripe. But Seattle, I just hope you are playing in Super Bowl 56 in Los Angeles, February 13, 2022. That's all I can hope for. If you can fucking win a Super Bowl at the Rams' home, oh my God. I'd cream myself, man. And it'd be nice if Russell Wilson can get a second ring. If he leaves, right? But I don't think he will. I hope he doesn't. And I've always said this about the Russell Wilson situation a couple months back where he wanted to leave Seattle. It was just a kid, high school kid wanting to run away from his parents because, they made me feel uncomfortable. But at the end of the day, you're Seattle's, man. And you know that. I don't know if your whore wife Sierra knows that shit. Why are you bashing on Sierra? Ah, fuck Sierra. 1-2 step the fuck out of here, whore. Yeah. I've always contested this. Russell Wilson was a superior quarterback when he was a virgin and when he was single. That's all I can really say on that matter. But that's getting into a whole thing of biology, which I don't really have all the answers for. But go Hawks. I hope they do well. Now, there are many ways I express, my fandom, everywhere I go, right? And I wear this polo with the Knights logo, the Vegas Golden Knights logo, that whenever I wear it, I always just think about, man, this team is so young, yet they're so accomplished, yet so hated, yet so beloved. And that's the price of success, ladies and gentlemen, because the Vegas Golden Knights, in their 4th season, are headed to their 4th consecutive playoff run. Now, it's not a run yet. Of course, the playoffs haven't started. But it's exciting to see the Vegas Golden Knights just becoming the 4th team to do this in NHL history. Now, of course, you have the Edmonton Oilers, who I believe have that record at 16 consecutive playoff runs because Wayne Gretzky, Mark Messier, Curry, I don't know the entire roster list for the 80s Oilers. I apologize, but man, I mean, you had talent on top of talent on top of talent, and it just kept going and going and going. So we're hoping here in Vegas that is a record that one day the Vegas Golden Knights can catch at 17 or plus. That would be absolutely incredible. But hey, just to get to 4 consecutive playoff seasons, postseasons, man, for a franchise that just started, it's incredible. It's absolutely incredible. And of course, during the trade deadline on April 12th, the Vegas Golden Knights did add a minor but not so minor addition, Matthias Janmark. And I think that's one of those third, kind of fourth line centers that I think can pay dividends in the playoffs. And right now with the Vegas Golden Knights, I think they're kind of on autopilot. They're, more or less first or probably maybe maybe first. Okay, I'm not going to guarantee that shit, but they are in this 1-2 punch battle with the Colorado Avalanche for the West. They have the potential best record in the NHL, and you're just hoping that shit starts clicking. Power play was kind of an issue early on in the season. They're getting a lot better at it now. Goalkeeping is dangerous. I mean, you got Marc-Andre Fleury, you got Robin Lehner kind of coming back into form after injury. Goal scoring happening on, depth lines that you'd love to see all throughout the postseason. Guys like Tomáš Nosek just finding his fucking goal hands, like goal stick. What the fuck is this about? I love it, but keep going. But the Vegas Golden Knights, they still have a lot of things to figure out. And I'm a tough love kind of son of a bitch. Even if a team does good, I'm going to look at kind of the weaker spots of the win, think, maybe we could have done this better. Maybe this is something that we could improve upon, because ultimately it's to get the ring, right? To get the championship, to lift the cup. I mean, that's all a sports ball, baby. You just want to lift that cup. My God, I want to see the Vegas Golden Knights drink from Lord Stanley's cup. I really do. And I know there are so many fan bases that say, you don't deserve it. You're a piece of shit. Your organization barely started. Fuck you. And to those people, I say, eat my balls. Eat my motherfucking balls. We're an NHL team too, man. And you know what? I think we paid our dues. Not as much as certainties, but blame that on your GMs. Blame that on your ownership. Blame that on your fucking players. Blame that on yourselves at times. Right? But what do I know? I'm just a sports-loving cunt who understands that championships don't come easy. Cups can slip through your hands, whether they're your own incompetence or just shit happening. And I've seen that so many times with Arsenal Football Club. My football club, the team that I love, the team that really kicked off my love for sports. These motherfuckers are so awful domestically. Like, they are genuinely so awful domestically. They are knocked out of every cup competition, which, by the way, congratulations to Manchester City on their 4th consecutive League Cup, beating Tottenham again. But yeah, out of every domestic cup, and you have no fucking chance to even make top 6 or top fucking 5. Holy fuck, to end the season. But some way, somehow, you are in the Europa League semifinals. My God. And against a former familiar manager in good evening, Unai Emery. And I got to tell you, man, as much as I am excited, as much as I want to see this team grow the fuck up and grow some fucking balls and beat the shit out of Unai Emery's fucking Villarreal nonsense, there was some news that popped up last week that just kind of put a damper on this whole semifinal, exciting prospect that's put upon us. And it kind of sucks because the whole announcement of the Super League, which essentially was a couple of fucking clubs in Europe, a couple dozen or so that included Arsenal Football Club, that wanted to create their own league of very cynical nature of just funding and pumping money from banks and essentially making domestic leagues all but just kind of useless. And you really question this move whilst the pandemic is just in full fucking force and these goddamn owners, including a cunt named Stan Kroenke, just keeps just pushing out. And I don't know. When the Super League was announced, I just thought, oh, fuck them. But am I surprised? Not really. No. Like, do I expect a cunt to be a cunt? Yes. As a cunt, I know this. Why do you talk so down on yourself? This is such a negative podcast. Dude, what did I say in the fucking beginning? If you don't like it, you can leave. That's the way it is, bitch. Things will never be the same. Because that Super League shit was so just blatantly ugly and just so unnecessarily pushing this oligarchy in football that it just kind of ruined a weekend where Arsenal was already ass, but this made them look like bigger ass. Bigger than those fucking badunkadunks. Kids, do you know what a badunkadunk is? It is a large female ass. And sometimes Arsenal smells worse than an ass. And it's funny because when you abbreviate Arsenal, it actually spells arse. And that's why sometimes, lovingly, I call Arsenal arse-anal, because they just reek of ass. And it starts from Stan Kroenke. Now, there's this whole coalition from the fan base, former players, and even Spotify CEO, who seems like a weird fucking cunt, that they want to buy Arsenal Football Club. That, we're going to change this football club. Dude, what are you going to change? Stan Kroenke is a piece of shit motherfucker who really just knows how to piss off fan bases all around. You think that man has any soul? You think that man has any fucking sympathy towards actual fans? This is a fucking same piece of shit who's been quiet about everything that's going on in this club. And KSE, go fuck off. You can go fuck off. I know you won't, but you can seriously just go fuck off. But yeah, that's the status, whatever. Mumbling my words here because I just don't want to fucking talk about Stan Kroenke anymore because he's a goddamn piece of shit. But yeah, that's the way bad ownership is ruining my favorite team. And certainly, I am not the only one, because there were other members of the whole Super League situation. That, individual clubs, had different reactions, but it's still this issue of cynicism that has poured out within the realm of football fans that you just kind of killed the product this season. Now, I'm sure, by next season, everyone's going to kind of forget and just say, remember that blip? Because, we have the Euros now. We don't have to fucking think about that shit. But, yeah, that's always going to be in the back of my mind. Football owners just doing, quote-unquote, their logical move of just creating super leagues and making sure competition is damn near meaningless because controlling shit is just all what these fucking cunts want to do. And, yeah. Sports is sports because it's the expression of freedom and it's the meritocracy of competition that drives it to be so fun. But yeah, the Super League just kind of goes against that thought process altogether. And I absolutely fucking hate it. And, all those owners who fucking push that shit, go fuck yourselves. Seriously, go fuck yourselves with a spiky ass dildo. Then push that shit out of your assholes, right? And then stick it into your pee holes, right? Put that shit through your pee hole. Then, through both fucking entrances of your pee hole and your asshole, pour isopropyl fucking alcohol on that shit. I would say 99 fucking %. Feel the fucking burn. Then just burn yourselves. Put your fucking selves in an incendiary fire and just burn yourselves. As football fans cackle and say, wow, that's kind of an easy punishment for these fuckers. You're so disgusting! Go fuck yourself, man. Like I said, you can leave anytime, right? You can choose to stay or you can choose to go, just like the Clash. Should I stay or should I go? And most nights when I'm watching late night baseball with the Dodgers, I ask myself that question all the fucking time. Should I stay or should I go in this 10th fucking inning of baseball where the Dodgers can't fucking score anything? Makes me sad. Makes me mad mostly. Why? Because the Dodgers are supposedly front runners for back-to-back World Series championships. But Jesus fucking Christ, you wouldn't know it by the way they've been playing the last few weeks. Now, granted, kids, the Dodgers are no fucking slouches, man. I'm not here to suggest that the Dodgers are, under 500 and doing fucking horrible. No, far from it, actually. Your LA Dodgers, my LA Dodgers, everyone's LA Dodgers, are 15-8, tied with the San Francisco Giants of all teams for first in the West, NL West. But what we have seen with this squad, whether it's their series between the Mariners or the Padres or even the Rockies, there are some glaring issues with this Dodgers team. Can we start off with the fucking hitting issue? Now I get Cody's injured. I get a lot of our fucking, offensive players are slouching a little bit. Guys like Edwin Rios, guys like Gavin Lux, Zach McKinstry, who was doing okay, then slouched, then got injured. And that's another fucking common theme in this goddamn fucking Dodgers theater of masochism. Well, yes, the hitting is a problem. And, oh my God, maybe Zach McKinstry could have done something with bases loaded 4 fucking times against the Padres last weekend. But it's not just hitting, man. The injuries have really exacerbated the problem that we all knew coming into the season was going to be kind of the biggest, I suppose, glaring weak spot of the Dodgers, which is the bullpen. Holy shit. Whenever I see Canley going on the fucking mound in Dodger Stadium by either the top of the 8th inning or the top of the 9th inning, I always kind of panic a little bit. Especially if the game is tied or if we're barely winning. Because he's not that closer anymore. And you know what? I thought Corey Knebel was going to be that guy, but he kind of got exposed by the Padres. Then he got injured. Joe Kelly's still injured. Tony Gonsolin's still injured. David Price, now injured. I think I said this before the season that the only thing that can stop the Dodgers really is injuries and themselves. And this is exactly what's happening right now. Despite the record, despite the wins. Now, last night, Monday, April 26, 2021, I was watching the Cincinnati Reds take on the Dodgers. And now, the Reds were leading this game all throughout. And then, in the 7th inning, Reds up 3-1. Corey Seager hits a 2-run home run to tie the game 3-3. Then we go into extra innings. And I hate that fucking rule with the runners on second. I understood that fucking rule. Okay, for the fucking pandemic season last year, where he had 60 fucking games, which could have been more, by the way. Could have been 80 plus. If the owners and players association and all dumbass lawyers fucking figured some shit out. But these stupid motherfuckers said, okay, yeah, runners on second. Okay, that's a cute little novelty act to push for a 60-game season. But motherfucker, you're really going to put that shit for a 162-game season? Are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me with that shit? Not only that, Kenley gets on the fucking mound in the 10th inning. Was it the 10th or 11th? It was probably the 10th yesterday. And this motherfucker gives us a home run. Not just a home run, the home run to end the game, pretty much. Because once Kenley took that fucking home run, 2-run home run, by the way, because, yeah, you had the runner in second, no outs. I knew the Dodgers were going to lose. Well, actually, hell, I knew the Dodgers were going to lose before Corey Seager hit the goddamn home run. Why? Because no one can fucking hit. It's a fucking problem, man. The Dodgers, there are so many aspects of their game right now. Also defense, which, oh my God, defensive field work is just a fucking nightmare at times. But there are so many things with the Dodgers that you have to really question. And, maybe you could blame it on injuries. Maybe you could blame it on the whole fucking situation with pandemic and shit. But that's everybody. That's anybody and everybody. Can't make that fucking excuse and keep thinking, oh, we're going to be okay. No. Am I calling for immediate trades and shit? No, man. But look into it. Look into it. Figure out your weaknesses right now because, oh my God, there is a lot. There is a lot. But I do believe the Dodgers have the potential to pick themselves up amidst this slump. Yet, I'm not overly optimistic with their chances against good teams. I mean, the Reds are proving to be a fucking nightmare, right? I mean, hopefully tonight, Tuesday night, and tomorrow, Wednesday afternoon, the Dodgers can figure some shit out. Well, I'll tell you what, man. I've never watched this much baseball in the regular season in my life. And I'm enjoying every minute of it. Except for the fucking fact that, the runners on second stupid. Rob Manfred is still the commissioner of a major sports league in North America, which I don't fucking understand. And A-Rod sucks balls. A-Rod was fucking commentating with Matt Excursion or Vasectomy, whatever the fuck his name is, on Sunday. And I just thought, I should put this shit on mute, but I want to listen to the little dinks of the ball and the fucking sound of the crowd. But yeah, I believe that was also the game the Dodgers blew a 7-1 lead and lost an extra inning. So yeah, there's that. Hooray! Let's go Dodgers! Let's go Dodgers! Yeah, I'm still a fucking Dodgers fan, dude. Like I'm always just kind of oh shit. I'm taken aback when people think criticizing your team means hating your team. No, far from it. I criticize my team because I care for them that fucking much, and I'm the dumbass who fucking does that shit. I call some people fucking idiots for following fucking politics and shit, but it's almost like, dude, I'm the same fucking thing with fucking sports. It's fucking useless at the end. But I still love it. It's my odd hobby to enjoy and watch. And hell, kids, that's why we do this. You just do shit that you like, right? That's freedom, baby. Do it because you like it. You want to do it, you do it. Except rape or murder. Don't do that shit. Don't do that shit, man. Rape and murder, no. And no pedophilia, no. Fucking castrate yourselves and fucking stick yourselves on the fucking pike, you pieces of shit. All right? Okay. What a weird fucking passive-aggressive way to end that shit. Well, kids, that's all I got right now. I don't fucking watch films anymore. I don't watch TV series. I don't fucking do any of that shit. All I do is, like, read manga, I guess. One Piece, and that's about it. I'll mix some JoJo in there, but I don't really care about the fucking trends and shit anymore. Just food and sports ball, man. Keep shit simple. Because the more control apparatus you have, the more headache it creates, and the more illusion you fucking stick yourself under. Okay? Yeah, okay. Seriously, that's it. Okay. Ultimately, go fuck yourselves. No. But yeah, that'll do it for now, kids. So, yeah, until next episode, which 327. Am I thinking this Friday? Maybe, certainly. Will it actually happen? I have no idea. But stay tuned. Remember, June. 30 for 30 and 30. That will be some shit.